sorry.
Hey everyone, welcome to Antflow Friday. I am glassless. I have left the shades off. Left eye still bugging me. You might be able to see me dabbing my eye, or you will see me dabbing my eye more today. And I definitely still have some swelling on that side. So it looks like my left eye is not as big as the right. It's not your imagination. um,
None of us can notice. None of us notice.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Alex. Um,
Appreciate it.
so let me see. I want to set up the comments so everybody can see them better on the screen. Okay, so Alex is on the road. That's why his background doesn't look the same, but same show. We got a lot of good stuff for you guys today. And I forgot last week, I forgot that we were streaming to Twitch as well. So for everybody over on
Yes.
Twitch, welcome. We're now streaming to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch for both of us. So
And
yeah,
if you're on YouTube right now, head over, open another tab, go to Twitch, follow Raw News and Politics and Devil's Advocate Productions. I'll run Twitch as
yes,
well.
yes, please follow both of us. So that way we can keep doing these shows.
Indeed. I am
Especially Alex
subscribers
over
away.
on YouTube. We're trying to get Alex to 1,000 subscribers because he has been working tirelessly for years for free. So would be nice for him to get paid for some of all the awesome work he does. He did 3 hours here, as you guys know, a couple weeks back for me when I was out having the procedure on my eyes. So anyway, but yeah, we're both here and a lot of good stuff for you. So I would like to start off with the MAGA meltdown.
Let's do it.
Over Reacher, over Alan Richmond
Yeah.
or Richmond, excuse me. I mean, we got to start off with a hot guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Of course. But what a better way to start your day?
My pick to be the Batman of the new DC universe. That's my hat in the ring.
That would be good.
I would love him to be a Bruce Wayne. I think he'd be great.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. He would be good with that for that. And I think, they're looking for a new 007 too.
Very much so. Be the first American 007.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. They've got some good names on there. They got some. Yeah,
and I'm sick of British actors taking American
guys
jobs. Let's
there.
get some Americans to take some British jobs.
Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know about this whole thing, there was this big freak out on Twitter, big old MAGA meltdown. It migrated to Fox News because Alan Richson, and for those of you who don't know who he is, he has the show Reacher over on Prime, Amazon Prime. That's really taken off. Like he's done a lot of other things, but that really like cemented him as this action star figure. And he's perfectly suited for it. The guy's like huge. He's what, like 6'2", 6'4",
very big man,
like just muscle on top of muscle, like amazing looking guy. Well, turns out he's also just an amazing guy, just a great guy who we all would love on the left because he fucking hates Trump. And so I have a couple of videos to show you that precipitated was the impetus for this freak out. Is Alex in the office? He is in the office. Alex is in the office.
I am in my office.
Yeah, literally. So, and I'm in my office at home. But anyway,
working class.
Yeah. So MAGA had this meltdown over these two videos that I'm going to show you. So the first one, this is, let's see, which one is this? Actually, I don't remember which one is which. Oh, I do. Okay. So the first one is him actually talking about the pedo accusations against Trump. This one really sent them over the edge. But believe it or not, the next one I have to show you isn't even as bad. And it got just as much of a reaction. It had them melting down almost as much. So take a look.
Mad about the way things are and the abuses that are happening. The Epstein files, the fucking Epstein files. God damn it! Where are they? It's a fucking law, bitch. Show it, you fucking pedophiles. I shouldn't say fuck because I'm a Christian, and people are gonna go like, how can he say fuck and he's a Christian? Because that is something that should make you want to say fuck. You know, sorry, God, I'm sweating now. This is my fucking politics, dude. I would fucking railroad these fuckers. I would get those Epstein files out in 2 seconds. Yeah, dude, 2 seconds. Fucking move out of the way. Like, get out of there. I don't care what room they're in, bitch. Move. Like, give me the fucking manila envelope. I will get you the Epstein files. Sorry.
You got my vote. Whatever you want to run for, you got it.
Don't you want to see what's in there so that we can hold people accountable? These fucking rapists? We're just cool with it? That bitch has the keys to the nuclear... He's like all up into 13-year-olds. Like, dude, what? Go to jail. Go to jail. All right, what are we talking about?
So, love that one. Total freak out about that. And then check out this other one. He was on Dax Shepard's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is just a short clip of also, talking about politics. So take a look.
Politics that we deal with right now, like the White House is in ruins. A fucking UFC cage on the lawn, and like, you just do it. You just fucking do it, and nobody says anything, and no consequences. Nobody asked. It wasn't done legally. There's no plan in place. Now you're asking for money to create a society. It's like, what are we doing? And there's no consequences. And so so like, I'm just supposed to let go of my resentment that this fucking guy is just raping the world that he lives in for whatever gain he personally can have. And I'm supposed to let that go. And then what? It fucking still exists. Yeah. Look at the Catholic Church and like the predatory behavior that is just going completely unmet. Yeah. With those victims that are still like unheard, unseen, no forgiveness, no resolution, no cure. And what is releasing the fucking resentment going to do for the world?
So that one, it got a freak out for very different reasons. That one had people freaking out because they were saying, oh, look at how he feels about Catholics. He's finally admitting that, he hates Catholics and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what are you talking about? So, John Rich of Big and Rich, the group, he commented, the person who first posted it was, has been, what's that actor who blonde hair? Oh God, he played like a.
Oh, it's Kevin Sorbo?
Yes, Kevin Sorbo. So he's the one who first.
I pulled that out of nowhere.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I couldn't think of his name. I could picture his face, but I couldn't think of his name. Yeah. So he first posted this and was, oh my God, look at how they talk about Catholics. It's like, what are you saying? He's rightfully slamming pedophile priests. He's rightfully taking issue with the fact that the Catholic Church has been covering this shit up for decades. And there's no justice for the victims. And that's what you're going to slam him over? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So just ridiculous, their arguments. And then you sent me, which I'll put up on the screen, you sent me a clip from Gutfeld, which is just hysterical. Like, that he thinks he should have a say and be able to take issue with this man sharing the truth, by the way. Let me do. Okay. Oop, where did it go? There it is. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's see what Gutterfeld had to say about this.
Okay.
And if you look at him, it is really a powerful contrast. A guy that is so physically fit, but spiritually he's diseased. It's probably likely connected. The obsession is a distraction. He's not enjoying himself. This is not TDS. TDS is something else. There's something deeper. Emily alludes to it, and it serves as an example to a lot of the things that we've seen on the streets, the assassination attempts, the romance of violence, is that there are underlying issues to the actions that if you remove the Trump is evil narrative, there's something else there. And this just happens to bring it out. He was a model in the Bruce Weber era. I'm sure there was something that happened there. He had suicidal periods in his life, very serious stuff. And I think, when the interviewer was trying to get at the fact that it's the resentment that he's eating him alive, and it is essentially poisoning himself. And no amount of squats and bench presses are going to get rid of that.
Have you ever considered being a therapist?
I am actually.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know he went with that route. So his explanation is Alan Richardson has been abused. So that's why he's so focused on abuse. And oh my God, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Oh my God.
I mean, so if you call out pedophile priests and say there should be justice for victims, oh, well, you're not enjoying yourself in life. You're just a miserable person. And you just, this goes beyond Trump derangement syndrome. And, you're just a miserable person. I mean, it's like, are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah,
that is your takeaway? And
Gutfeld
I find
brings
it
up
telling,
the interviewer. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
I find it telling that they didn't play the other clip of him calling out Trump for being in the Epstein files and accused by a 13-year-old.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. They're gonna that one I saw first was posted by Breitbart. And so they know it exists. They're choosing not to show that one. They're going to show the other one so they know their audience already probably had seen it, but then we're not going to reinforce it or show it to audience members who maybe haven't seen it because we don't want to even remind them of that narrative. It's funny in that clip too, the first one, he's like being like, oh, I shouldn't say fuck because I'm a Christian. And I'm like, as someone who curses liberally, very liberally, I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, that's the part I found weird, that he was like, maybe strangely like ashamed for saying a curse word. But no, and even then he's like, no, but this is a righteous thing to be upset about. And then in the follow-up clip, of course, the early 2000s, when I was a kid, I heard about this Catholic Church scandal that came out. Of course, there's movies and documentaries about it, and
it's gone on forever.
No fucking accountability. Yeah, forever.
Never. Yeah.
And then of course, I don't know if you've seen the clip of
they move them
Larkin.
around.
Yeah.
Just like with dirty cops or cops that have committed crimes. I mean, they just go and they get a job somewhere else. And it's like,
they go, you're suspended with pay and then you get a job at this department over there.
Yeah.
It's literally shuffling like a card game.
Or the and then victims will find out, actually, I don't have comments turned on. Sorry. Victims will find out, this priest was accused in another state. This priest was accused, 2 states over. And then my church knew about it and hired him. So he's doing the right thing. He's talking about something that should be talked about and is real. And Gutfeld, of course, because, I don't like that he dissed Donald Trump. So I'm going to take issue with this guy and say he must be out of his mind. I mean, he had suicidal periods when he was younger. I mean, okay, well, you'd be hard pressed to find a lot of Americans who hasn't. Yeah. So what a joke. And then I like
it's also very interesting because they're just they're going after him because he is the picture of masculinity that they like to paint. He is the big, tall, muscly, white,
Yeah.
blonde-ish hair guy who's like, yeah, no, I would bust through the walls of Congress to go get the Epstein files because that's an injustice. If you watch the show Reacher, which I watched a little bit of, he shows up in a town, he fixes the injustice that's happening in that town, usually corruption, and then moves on to the next town. That is what he does. Now he feels like he's embodying that kind of that character. And yeah, this is righteous indignation, of course. And they even have to like kind of skirt around criticizing him because they know the TV show itself is very right-wing coded. And I saw another clip where he was talking about Reacher and about action movies in general and how he has a production company. He wants to harken back to the era of like Indiana Jones, where not every action hero is a ex-military, ex-cop, ex-whatever.
Right.
Indiana Jones was an anthropologist, was and a teacher and a professor, and how that's much more interesting in seeing someone
Just
who's
an
kind of out of their
an
depth.
average person.
Yeah.
Yeah, who steps up.
Or even Die Hard, which like he is a cop in that movie, but he's a local cop who's going up against like international terrorists and bank thieves. So it's out of his depth. It is endearing for us, the audience, to see. This is my movie maker brain coming on now. It's endearing for the audience to see that our hero struggles, has problems, isn't perfect at everything. Because then when it is, it's boring. It's boring to watch all those thousands of Chris Pratt movies that are just him as a perfect military guy and has no problem getting the enemy. And it's just, that's the propaganda they want. But go to Daily Wire for that. I'm sure they'll feed you. Or Angel Studios. This guy is trying to make it interesting again. Make action great again. And of course, they're pissed about the pedophile thing. Like, have you seen the clip of Oliver Larkin on Fox talking to Dana Perino? And she brings up, like,
I actually pulled that. Yeah. So should I play that one next? Yeah. Perfect segue. I do want to say though, I think this is like also Greg Gutfeld going like, oh, see, if I work out, if I actually get in shape and I'm muscular, then I'll have mental health issues. So I better not work out. I better stay the little weaselly elf on a shelf that I am.
A modeling agency. The way he threw out that too, he was in a modeling agency. And it's like,
I mean, the guy did a lot of stuff.
Modeling agency.
Yeah. He did a ton of stuff, which I didn't even realize till I watched that Dax Shepard interview, or part of it. But he was on American Idol, apparently. Like he made it in Hollywood. Yeah. So he's just done a lot of stuff. He's just an artist. He at heart, apparently.
Yeah.
Just
But
wanted to
hey,
pursue.
Gutfeld, you want to bring up model agencies? You want to bring up Les Wexner, Victoria's Secret, and Donald Trump at the women's what's it called, the American Beauty Pageant circuit, and like all those models, or the people that you fucking have as anchors on your network? Because Roger Ailes and Murdoch would definitely look for beauty pageant contestants to be anchors.
Yeah.
Play this Oliver Larkin thing, because that's the exact
great
thing
point,
that he does.
And I would say who's more of a psycho, who has more mental health issues? Someone who was a model and nowhere has it ever been said that he was ever victimized. So it's just Greg Gutfeld pulling that out of his ass. But would you say a model is more mentally unstable, or the pedophiles who preyed upon the models and pretended that they were going to help them become models? So, Anyway, speaking of pedophiles, the Fox News audience has gotten quite a few bits of reality lately. So for anybody who hasn't seen this, this is a Democratic candidate. He's in Florida, right, Alex?
Yes, Florida 25.
So, okay, Florida's 25th district. And he dropped a little bit of a truth bomb on the audience over there. So take a look.
say that ICE has done yeoman's work when it comes to getting tens of thousands of violent criminals out of this country. Would you applaud them for that?
No, I would certainly not applaud ICE like Jared Moskowitz and 75 Democrats did, signing a letter of gratitude. I think that ICE should be abolished and that the people at the head of this agency and the people that are shooting people in mass, the ICE agents that are killing people should be prosecuted and held accountable under United States courts of law. Let's be clear about who we're ascribing criminality to, because my concern is an out-of-control federal law enforcement agency. But what is the crime? Because, again, we're talking about civil violations when it comes to immigration, whether people are overstaying.
Killing Lake and Riley.
Of course, those people should be held accountable. We're in agreement on that, and I think your viewers would also. We're in agreement that people should be held accountable for violent crimes, but immigration in and of itself is not a criminal violation. It is a civil violation. And I think that painting a broad brushstroke with a few exceptions is not fair to the immigrants that have come to the United States.
A few exceptions?
Relative to the number of people that have immigrated to the United States, yes.
What is the number?
Immigrants
when you
commit
say
fewer
a few,
crimes than American citizens.
What is the number that you would allow? What is the number that is fine with you? Is there a benchmark? Is it fine? How many children can be raped and it's fine if you're in relation to the immigration community?
If we're going to talk about children being raped, then we need to hold this pedophile president, Donald Trump, accountable, and all those that have been implicated by the Epstein files that the Department of Justice is still not leaking. They've sent AIPAC after Thomas Massey for having the temerity to hold Larkin, accountable the pedophiles that are in control of our government.
Thank you. We appreciate your time very much.
Oh, he did not want that to keep going. He was like, we got to shut it down. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you. All right.
The producer was yelling in his earpiece, cut it off, go to commercial. Yeah. Exactly. You can't, the Republicans cannot talk about pedophiles or rape or any of this shit.
No, they have no leg to stand on.
Any competent Democrat running for anything, or just any competent Democrat, should immediately flip it. Immediately do what he just did. Alan Richardson is an actor. Fox, right-wing media in general, loves to conflate actors and entertainment with the Democratic Party at large. They'll often do compilations of here's a senator saying something, here's The View saying something, here's a congressperson saying something, here's an actor saying something, as if they're all one part of the same cadre. It's very anti-Semitic, actually. It's very cabal, Hollywood cabal-esque. They're all in control. It's the deep state, that kind of bullshit. But ultimately, they know their audience. That's why he cut them off fast. They know their audience got Trump elected in 2024 on the promise of exposing the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Part of that. And, they get in, and of course they shut it down because he's in it. So, I don't know why they thought he would do it, but they thought, he's actually working against Epstein. He's a double agent. They bought into all the QAnon weird conspiracy bullshit. And it's just getting exposed. It's all falling apart. They're mad. They're mad. They're mad at Pam Bondi. They're mad at Donald Trump. They're mad at the establishment not releasing the files. And here's an actor who they probably watch a lot because, again, Reacher is very right-wing coded as a TV show. And they're going, oh, shit, that's my favorite actor saying this. And it's being spread by Breitbart, which, again, they think, this is your crazy Hollywood actor saying this. Breitbart, your audience is going to agree with that guy. Stupids. I love it.
Yeah. If they've read the files, I mean, I still run into so many of them on Twitter who have no clue what's in the files, and all they ever say is, Donald Trump was never on the island. It's like, okay, well, you just proved that you're a low information voter, because anyone who knows anything about the Epstein case and has followed it for any period of time and actually read things, not just like, I heard it from, a friend's sister's brother's manicurist. Right. if you know anything about the Epstein files, you know that not very few, but not many of the crimes occurred on Epstein Island as compared to all over the world.
Right.
If you look at the totality of France, New Mexico, New York, Florida, everywhere he had a property, these crimes were taking place. So to just point to the island as if that's like, oh, okay, well, he must be innocent then, even though, you know, multiple people have now accused him. It's
because they're desperate. They're
they have no
desperate.
clue.
They have no fucking clue. They have no clue, and they're desperate. It's cope. They're coping.
Mm-hmm.
They're coping with this reality that they just go into denial. They go, well, he wasn't on the island, so he wasn't on the island. Then it didn't happen. I can go forward with my life, feeling secure that I didn't vote for a baby rapist. And sorry, you did, and you got to deal with that. Either you fucking recognize your fault and you change the way you fucking move going forward, or you double down and you lose probably friends and family, and the only people that you're in community with are a bunch of lunatic QAnons folks. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
and we should say he's at least accused of doing it, you know, but there was a witness who gave a deposition in the Katie Johnson case. She claims to have witnessed it. She was one of the girls who would go out, and she was, you know, procuring girls for Epstein and his associates. So she gave a sworn deposition. You know, that is under oath. She could go to prison for that. And here's the thing. Everybody knew who Katie Johnson was, because when she first filed the case, she filed it 3 times. And the first case that she filed in her actual name. Or actually, I think it may have been under Jane Doe, but she put her actual address, which is how the death threats against her started. So it's not like Donald Trump couldn't find her and sue her. The guy is sue happy. I mean, he goes out and sues everyone and anyone, right? So you're telling me he's not suing her? And that's the funny thing too, is after these Alan Richson clips started going around, especially the one of him, you know, accusing Trump of being a pedo, all of these MAGA influencers, oh, I see a lawsuit coming. Oh, this guy's going to get himself sued. And I'm like, no, he's not. Yeah. No, he's not. Because then what do you have to do? You have to go to court and you have to prove that he's lying. And guess what happens? You open yourself up to all kinds of stuff in court. You open yourself up to all kinds of discovery. Yeah. And
explain how that works again, because I need a refresher and I think it'd be good for the audience. Discovery.
Oh, the discovery rules. So, you know, if the other side says, hey, we think that there's evidence in this person's emails or their phone calls or, you know, letters or what have you, the judge can rule and say, yes, you have to turn that over to the other side.
Okay.
And
so like if Donald Trump sues and then the lawyers for Alan, hypothetically, this situation, lawyers for Alan could say, well, we believe that in Donald Trump's emails, there's evidence that Alan's case is correct. Then you have to give us all his email. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And you can call witnesses, you know, you can call this woman. You can call Katie Johnson. I mean, that's not her real name, obviously, but you know, you can call Katie Johnson. You can find out who the witness was that gave the sworn deposition on her behalf. I mean, and there's still some confusion. I'm not sure if Katie Johnson is the same person who also sat for the 4 interviews with the FBI, right, shortly before and then shortly after Epstein was found dead in his cell. So, you know, that could be another person who is accusing him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the same person. I still haven't been able to square that, because some portions of her case and the accusations sound the same, and they sound like they're the same one. But I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, it's a travesty. Just anybody. Trump's got to be impeached. Anyone running for Democratic office should be running on impeachment, Epstein file transparency, like Oliver Larkin is there. Talking about abolishing ICE, going like, and also that's an interesting thing that I didn't want to gloss over either, that he's making the case and rightfully putting out the facts that illegal immigration is a civil offense. It's like getting a parking ticket. Like you don't go into a detention center for an undetermined amount of time because you got a parking ticket. You know? So that's also something that I think speaks to the Fox audience a lot more than maybe those anchors realize. Because a lot of like sovereign citizens and people in that audience who are like, yeah, I don't want the government coming after me because they got a parking ticket and you're gonna put me in jail. Right. Same thing. They know what a civil infraction means in that audience.
And if those are the new rules, then guess what Democrats should be doing?
Yeah.
Guess what Democrats should be doing to MAGA people when they take over, when there's a Democratic president. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, I hear all these people, oh, well, we don't want to be like them, and we don't want to like go too far to the extreme, and then you turn people off. You know what? Either we're all going to play by the same rules or we're not. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but in my life, even in my personal life, I will give you grace. I will trust you. I will be honest with you. I will always do the right thing. Have never cheated on anyone. But as soon as you fuck up, as soon as you break that trust, all bets are off. Yeah. I can do whatever the hell I want. Yeah. And I will feel no guilt. Because
I believe in using the tools of the enemy against the enemy.
Yeah. So I think Democrats need to do that more. I think that they need to start using the same tactics, because bullies don't learn by you going, oh, please stop. Please, you're being mean.
No strongly worded letters because they can't fucking read.
What was that?
No strongly worded letters because they can't fucking read.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but bullies don't learn that way. Bullies learn when someone else steps up and punches them back in the nose. Yeah. Metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically speaking, allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
I say there's no more turning the page. There's no more like, Obama gets in and, we forget the crimes of Abu Ghraib and
the crap
the illegal
he did
war
with
of
Bush.
Iraq.
Yeah,
none of that.
No.
Same thing with Biden. Oh, January 6th, we'll turn the page and the temperature will cool down. And Nancy Pelosi, we need a strong Republican Party. No, the fuck we don't. Fuck we don't. We need a Democratic Party and the Democratic Socialist Party. That's all we need. We don't need a Republican Party anymore. Because with Democrats like these, who needs Republicans?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. True.
All right, what we got next?
So next, I want to, well, first of all, you sent me something about let's see, there was an AI protest. So I want to show that, because AI is, in my opinion, we're not freaking out enough about AI. And we have too many people in this country who just aren't aware of how dangerous this whole thing is. There's the danger of it, this technology taking over and doing things that are just, first of all, criminal. I don't know if you heard the other day about that whole thing about how OpenAI's one of their what is it called? Their LLMs got loose on the internet and broke into a private company.
Really? I did not hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a big thing. Yeah.
Oh, good. Hey,
So,
private companies, aren't you glad you backed Republicans?
yeah. Yeah. And, people are like, okay, well, they caught it and, that's good. And they shut it down and no harm, no foul. But we're now looking at a situation, and there's experts out there who are saying, look, and even Jamie Dimon from Chase Bank came out and said, like, we need to do something about this because these AI bots, they can figure out how to break into banking systems. They could get into all of our banking accounts or bank accounts. They could wipe us out.
Yeah.
So this is some dangerous stuff that we're playing with here. And, again, I go back to the War Games example of like, does no one remember that movie from the 80s?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to play a game? Like the thing took over and launched a nuclear attack. This is what we're literally staring down the barrel of. And so, yeah, when you sent me this clip, it spoke to me because actually, sorry, I'm going to bring it up for everybody so they can see, because these are the actual workers. These are people who work for, I don't know which company this is. Oh, it's Amazon, right? Was it Amazon employees, Alex?
I think so.
So they're freaking out, and they got up on stage and basically were trying to warn everybody in attendance about this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll bring this up for you guys so you can see, but truly a frightening time.
There we go. Fire them! That's what you do! Fire them!
KI benötigt Unmengen an Ressourcen, an Strom. Nur schon der Gebrauch der Schweiz ist verantwortlich für fast 10% des nationalen Stromverbrauchs. Damit feuern die Tech-Oligarchen den Klimakollaps weiter an. Shame on you!
Shame on you! You're getting profits from the deaths of millions of Palestinian people, and you're sitting here as if you're trying to do good, to be for the good of AI, when you know that the technology you're using is being used to develop killing machines. What do you have to say for yourself? How do you sleep at night when you know that this is what technology is being used for? When Microsoft pulls their Azure server, pulls out of the IOF, what does Amazon do? They step in, making sure that the IOF can continue to kill. And you know this. You know this. Come on stage. Answer those people.
Project members!
What you doing is robbing people that's making a hard work gaming.
You're talking hard,
Amazon employs me something against project members, you fire them! Genocide starts here, you know this. If you have children, you know what this is happening. This is the future you want to see.
People are not taking this seriously enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, those are the people who are working on the models who are actually protesting at like an investor convention. This is supposed to be like, hey, look at our great new products that we can sell to people and companies across the world. And these people are going, hey, we worked on this. Fuck this shit. It's being used for genocide, as it is being used by the IDF, and and we already know about Grok making AI images of underage girls. You could just tell Grok, hey, can you put this person in a bikini, and does not check the age or whatever, and there you go. In Texas, they just voted down a regulation to make it illegal for that to happen. They were like, no, we want AI to be able to create AI-generated images of children in compromising situations.
Yeah, and and there's some question too about the bombing of the girls' school in Iran, and
Iran.
A lot of people are saying that they believe that AI was used to determine the targets. and that it may have screwed up because that
Yeah.
particular girls' school used to be part of a military facility. And so, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
really?
yeah, yeah. And they think that AI was like pulling from an old map. Oh, you just went down. All right, Alex is down. Alex is down. I'm sure he will be back. He is back. Here he
Sorry
is.
about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgive me if the internet's a little wonky.
Yeah.
But
I
yes,
figured.
that is freaky. I did not know that. So maybe they might be using outdated information that they're putting into this AI model, going, oh, that's a military base. We'll just target
Yeah.
that, bomb that, and then, oops, that's actually a girls' school now because you didn't update it. This is really the Skynet of it all, the Terminator of it all, where it's just like
Yeah.
AI determines who should be bombed at what time, and we're just going to let it go with minimal to no human oversight.
Yeah,
That's
and the
terrifying.
reason they're thinking that that's what happened is because there were other bombs that were dropped in areas where it like places that were called like police square or something, something that would indicate that it was like military related or police related, but it actually had nothing to do with it. It was just like the name, and there were bombs
How
dropped.
lazy is our fucking military?
Yeah.
They can't even manually choose targets anymore. What the hell?
Oh, people are complaining that they can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Is that
So
okay?
for anybody who's watching and who saw that last clip that we played, those were engineers. Looking at the Twitter post about it, they said engineers stormed the stage in protest of Amazon's use of AI in the ongoing genocide. So, yeah, I mean, but beyond this, we also have all of these lawmakers throughout the country, Democratic lawmakers as well, who are just like, oh, you want to bring jobs and money to our state? Sure. Yeah. Come build AI data centers. And they have no clue what they're talking about. They don't realize how bad these things are for their state. Like any money that's going to come into the state is going to get eaten up. I mean, any savings that a citizen might recognize from, I don't know what program, is going to benefit them, it's going to get eaten up with their electricity bill and their water bill that's going to go through the roof. So it's like, what are you people doing? And you've got
plus,
Gretchen Whitmer.
Can they hear me now? Can you hear me,
I
folks?
can hear you better now. Let me see.
Okay.
Everybody
I'm gonna
who's
hold my mic like
watching.
this.
Okay. Everybody who's watching, comment, let me know.
They promised that the data centers are going to build, create construction jobs. What happens when the data center is done being constructed? The purpose of AI is to eliminate jobs.
Yeah, and it's like a few hundred. So it's not like, oh, it's going to create, thousands and thousands of jobs. So people are saying you're still a little low,
All right,
and at 50%.
I'll hop out and hop back in.
Okay. So Alex is going to log out, log back in. Yeah, for anybody watching, by the way, this was just so obnoxious. Gretchen Whitmer, who, is supposed to be this great Democrat and all the centrists just love her. She, the other day, was caught on video, and you could hear her saying that she has no intention of dropping her agreements with AI data centers. So let's hear you, Alex.
Is it okay? Is it all right? Is it better now?
It's still about the same.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to keep my mic right
I don't know if you can go into StreamYard has settings where you can turn up your volume.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah, if you click on the little like gear icon.
Okay,
and then click on audio, I think it is. Audio settings.
Echo cancellation, turn that off, maybe. How's that? Automatically adjust. There we go. There we go. How's that, folks? Better?
Yeah,
Turned
you
it up
sound
to 200.
Okay. Yeah, you sound better.
Great. All right.
Okay, we
Back.
got Alex back. We got his voice. So I was just
We
telling
will
the
do it
audience that,
live.
yeah, I was just telling the viewers that Gretchen Whitmer, I don't know if you heard about this, but she was caught at some event. You know, she's out there promoting these AI data centers in Michigan that she's bringing into the state. And she was caught, you know, behind the scenes saying that she has no intention of shutting them down. And, you know, basically like she doesn't care what
No more
what her
moratorium.
constituents think.
Right.
It's
And she
it's
just
so
endorsed Haley
gross.
Stevens.
Yeah.
So if you're in Michigan and you're thinking about voting, come Tuesday,
No,
maybe
people still can't hear you.
vote for the person who's what? No, maybe vote for the person who's not
There you go.
endorsing data centers. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
holding the mic like this now, folks. It's happening.
Yeah. It's so funny
I
because
will, no matter what, I will try to make it here on Fridays. If I got to be in the office, I got to be out remote. No worry, I'm gonna be here.
yeah. So yeah, she just endorsed Haley Stevens, as did so many other people in the Democratic Party. You know, which is like, oh, sorry, now my dogs are going crazy. Somebody must have walked into the house. But yeah, you know, so many of these Democrats are just missing the moment. Like they don't get, like Haley Stevens is 100% all in for Israel. And, you know, I commented below somebody's post about how, you know, I forget what they said. I think they slammed Abdul Sayed. And I said, you know, oh, yeah, you know, how horrible that he wants to give everybody free health care and, you know, paid leave, paid family leave and blah, blah, blah. And this woman commented, oh, well, if, you know, if he loses in the general election, we're never going to get any of that. And it's like, okay, well, if she wins in the general, you're still not getting it.
Yeah.
So
if it's between Haley Stevens and Mike Rogers, you're getting the same platform.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the thing.
Yeah. Israel first.
Yeah. Israel first. Tech oligarchs first. Billionaires and companies first. Your boss first. That's really, I think, a good defining line is go, who do you want to represent you? Someone who's going to be working for you or somebody who's going to be working for your boss? Do you like your boss?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that your boss shows up with a new car and you can barely afford rent? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, and we're hoping for an Abdul win on Tuesday over on this space. We're going to be doing an election night stream, so we're going to be watching the results.
Have you seen
in
the
Michigan
latest polls?
and Missouri. He's clobbering her.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, he's up on her by, I think, almost 30 points. It's crazy. Crazy. And you know, of course, the Democratic Party, oh, well, you know, he's going to lose in the general election and, you know, the Republican has the lead. Well, we'll see. You know, I'm sorry, but
we'll see.
I'm tired of blue MAGA. Okay. I'm tired of the Democrats who, when Bernie supporters said, well, I'm not going to vote then, they vote blue no matter who. You have to vote blue no matter who. But then as soon as a progressive wins, I'm not voting. I'm taking my ball. I'm going home. If I don't get my centrist, do nothing, corporate owned, you know, Israel first candidate, I'm not voting. And it's like, really? Oh, what happened to the vote blue no matter who? Bullshit.
That's only for them.
Just freaking hypocrites.
Hypocrites, liars, corporate stooges. Just, again, like, they work for your boss. They work for your boss. Do you love your boss? Do you love the owner of whatever company you work at? Fuck that. Try something new. How about that? Try something new.
Yeah.
Try something with a platform. With policies.
It's funny you say that because I saw a clip of there's a reporter in Michigan and he went out, you know, because the whole talk right now is, oh, well, El Sayed is not doing well with black voters. That's the lie that they're trying to push, as if, black voters just love Haley Stevens,
Yeah.
right? And so he went out and he started talking. He's a black guy himself. He goes out, he starts talking with some black voters. And one of them literally just said, yeah, we need something new. We need some change. So I said, fuck it. I'm voting for him.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
So-
seen some of those man on the street interviews too. Some of those voters were like, I voted for Haley Stevens because Obama supported her and this and that. They've been tricking people with the mailers, with the ads. Have you seen the mailers that are like in a color? They use the color grading that is very like African American coded.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. They use like dark browns and like some oranges. It's hard to describe, but if you see it, you're like, oh, this is trying to appeal to African American. It's crazy. It's crazy. And she just put out a tweet.
Definitely harder to hear you when you move it away from your mouth.
Okay, sorry. She just put out.
You gotta motion with your other hand.
Yeah, she just put out a tweet. This reminds me of Cuomo at the end of the campaign with Zoran. It reminds me of Espelliot at the end of the campaign against Daria-Lisa Chevalier here in New York as well. At the end of the campaign, when they knew they were losing, they just started pulling out all the racism. So Haley Stevens put out a tweet, I think it was last night, saying, we know that Abdul is just trying to be a celebrity, which is a line of attack that Hillary Clinton used against Obama. He's trying to be a celebrity, and he's also blaming all of his problems on Jewish Americans.
Yeah.
And really trying to play up her folksy, Michigan accent. Even in the tweet, trying to call people buddy and this and that. And it's like, so you lost. You lost because you're pulling out the racism, like blatantly. That's how we know they're fucking in the tank.
Yeah. And nobody should ever trust Gretchen Whitmer or any of these other centrist Democrats ever again. Because, I mean, look at her over, sucking up to Donald Trump, putting the folder in front of her face because she got caught on camera at one of his signing events, and then she's selling her state out to these AI data centers and AI companies. And, then she's out here stumping for this person, that, Israel comes to me in my dreams. Her and what's his face? James Clyburn,
Oh, yeah.
It's like, seriously, don't ever take these people seriously ever again.
And you remember the context of that photo of her in the White House? That was like after she had garnered a lot of support from Democrats and just people, normal people in general, because of the kidnapping plot that was foiled against her.
Yeah.
And then she goes to Trump to do some kind of deal, and she's trying to hide her face because she knows that's the end of her political career. And it is.
Yeah.
Someone's going to run against her.
I can't remember what it was a signing for, but it was for something horrible.
Yes.
It was for something that like every Democrat would be against.
Yeah. It was
So,
a signing for something that Donald Trump was proud to take that picture to embarrass her. To be like, I dominated her. I win.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
watched the
Alucius
movie,
says, how much damage has Clyburn done? Yeah, he has done a lot of damage.
Well, he's got to get a primary too. I don't know where he's from.
Yeah.
He's got
And speaking of the backlash to AI, I don't know if you saw this, but Vivek Ramaswamy was at an event the other day. This was like a young, I want to say, it wasn't like a TPUSA event. I want to say it was a like a libertarian event.
It was the Young Americans for Liberty.
Okay, and they are libertarian leaning, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he starts talking about AI and AI data centers, and they start getting really pissed. And then he says something that gets him literally booed off stage. So let me play it for you guys.
of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. That choice belongs to you.
You're a political cretin, and you need to get the fuck out of here.
You're a political cretin, and you need to get the fuck out of here. I
Yeah.
agree with that young man. I agree
Yep.
with that libertarian.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, he just doesn't know when he's not invited to the party. He's just one of those people like shows up and you're like, I didn't invite you.
Yeah, who are you?
You weren't on the guest list. What the hell are you doing here?
I will
It's
say,
like, I came with someone else that you like.
yeah. I came
know?
with someone else that you like. That's a good way to put it. Because he's running for
That's
governor.
literally
of
what
Ohio,
it
right?
is.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
like part of that tech world with like Peter Thiel and JD Vance and all that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
he was one of my favorites during the 2024 primary, Republican primary, when they thought they were going to have a different
2020.
candidate other than 2020.
I think he ran in 2020. Yeah.
Oh, wait, did he?
Yeah. Nobody ran against Trump
No,
in
no.
2024. Remember?
No, because
Or I guess no, Haley.
Election.
Yeah.
2020 was
Yeah,
Trump's
Haley
election.
did.
He lost. And then Nikki
What was that?
Haley, yeah, it was Nikki Haley. Yeah, because 2020 is the one that Trump keeps saying that he won, actually. But that was his election that he lost against Biden. 2024, there's a lot that happened the last 6 years, Gina.
Was it
I'm confused.
2024 that Vivek ran?
Yeah.
Let me
It was
see.
2024. It was the primary. It was like Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, Vivek. Who else was on that stage? I think Chris Christie also showed up briefly.
God, it was 2024. Jesus.
I
It
know,
seems
crazy,
like he
right?
ran so long ago. He
I
dropped
know.
out early, though. He dropped out in January of 2024. He suspended his campaign, it says, after the Iowa caucus and endorsed Trump. Yeah, so I guess it was more like 2023. Maybe that's why it seems like it was so
23
long
is the-
ago.
You know how
Yeah.
this is a funny little story. So my beautiful, lovely wife and I were going to a wedding up in Maine, actually. First time and only time I've ever been to Maine. Thank bless her heart for driving 11 hours one way up to Maine and then back. But on the way up, my political brain, I put on the debate. Like I was listening to the Republican primary debate on our way up to Maine for this wedding. So I remember
Jesus.
vividly where I was, and it was 2023.
Okay. Yeah, I never liked the guy. He always, to me, came across as very fake.
Yeah.
And I
He's like the
remember
Republican
people,
Andrew Yang.
yeah, but Andrew Yang, I think whether you agree with him or not, he comes across as genuine to me. He
Oh,
comes
yeah, for
across as
sure.
like he really believes what he's saying, and he comes across as a genuine person. Whereas Vivek just strikes me as he's just like ick. He has that ick factor of like you're just
Very
fake. You're just
smarmy.
phony. Like you don't believe any of this bullshit. You will just say whatever you need to get power. And I
yes, very,
remember
very smarmy.
watching like Breaking Points, and I respect all of them so much and their opinions, but I remember even Crystal Ball saying like, "Oh, he's a real political talent." And I'm like, "What?" Like it was like one of the few times I ever completely disagreed with her. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like he's so phony.
I think the thing that I remember about that primary session with him was the reason I compare him to Andrew Yang is that they're both tech guys. They both ran mostly to up their own profiles and to sell whatever next product that they wanted to sell.
Yeah.
And and because of that, we're able to outflank everybody on the debate stage in whichever direction they needed to go. So Andrew Yang could outflank everybody towards the left wing because he's not actually really planning on being president. He can attack everybody. And that's what Vivek did. Anytime Ron DeSantis tried to pipe up, like, here's what I did during COVID, and here's how right-wing I am, Vivek's like, why aren't you locking them all up right now? Why aren't you doing authoritarianism right now? He could go further right than everybody else on that stage, and was a spoiler, I think, helped Ron DeSantis embarrass himself in that campaign.
Yeah.
It was very funny to watch.
Yeah.
I just hope he doesn't
He
become
just,
governor
his
of Ohio
whole,
now.
like, you know, he just has odd reactions to things, like things that it doesn't fit the moment. And I think that's what threw me, you know, like somebody would say something really offensive or rude to him, and he would just have that phony smile on his face the whole time.
the famous,
well, you know, and it's
the
like,
famous Ann
really,
Coulter
guy?
interview
Like,
where the famous Ann Coulter interview where Ann Coulter said, I like you a lot, but I would never vote for you because you're Indian. And he was just like, I understand.
yeah, yeah. And he just bends over and takes it for the racists on that side. And it's like, guy, you, again, you weren't invited to this party. They don't like you. They don't want you here. They want you to go away. Like, he has gotten so much shit on Twitter from the MAGA right. And it's like, he just accepts it. Like, when are you going to realize this is not the party for you? Like, they don't want you. Your skin is too brown.
Yeah. I think if he stayed in a non-visible role on some board of some company, he'd be much happier.
Mhm.
He'd be much happier.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah,
speaking
he
of
is,
Michigan,
he is on the board of a few companies already.
yeah, so stay there. Stay there. Stop going in public
Yeah.
and getting booed and embarrassed. Dude, I
Exactly.
remember, speaking of Michigan, him getting, he tried to, like, rap a little bit, and Eminem
Oh,
sued
yeah,
him.
yeah. That's right.
So
I
shout out
remember that.
Eminem. Eminem, where's that Abdul endorsement? Let's get it. Come on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Come on, Marshall.
Yeah. Vivek just, yeah. And I personally know, which I can't talk about the details, but I personally know that him being on the board of some companies is affecting those companies. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
Good to know. A little inside info. Allegedly. Allegedly, in theory.
Yeah. So
What's next?
anyway, but what else do we have here? So we had Wes Moore dropped out of the race in Ohio. Was it Ohio? Or no, excuse me, Wisconsin.
Oh, yes.
He's in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, Wes Moore was running to become the governor of Wisconsin. And yeah, he saw the writing on the wall, and now the progressive has a clear path to the nomination. So I actually have his video. Take a look, and then we'll talk about it, because there's some stuff that came up, and there's some questions as to why he has dropped out.
I had a very difficult conversation with my staff. Now, we're incredibly proud of all the things that we've accomplished and all the resources that we have raised to spread our message. But it's become very clear who our nominee is going to be. Now, I said from the very beginning when I launched this campaign that the #1 goal was taking on and defeating Tom Tiffany to deliver big wins for Democrats up and down the ticket. And now it's our time to come together, to focus our efforts on that one goal. We have to do everything to beat Tom Tiffany. This is life or death for Wisconsinites who are losing their health care under a Trump administration, people who can't afford child care, the folks who are being squeezed by bills while the rich continue to get richer. Now, I got in this race because we're living in a rigged system. The rich are getting richer while the rest of us are left scrambling for crumbs. I know this firsthand. That's why I've always fought for better, as a legislator, as an organizer, as a lieutenant governor. Now, while I may be suspending this campaign, I'll never give up my fight for Wisconsin. And I'm incredibly grateful for all the folks who joined this campaign, for the people who believed in me and this movement, knew that we had a real shot at creating opportunities through bold action to improve quality of life for every single person that calls this place home. Now, we have to do everything we possibly can to defeat Tom Tiffany. And that's exactly what I'm committed to doing for the next 96 days.
So I apologize. I said Westmore. I just realized
Mandela
that was
Barnes.
Mandela Barnes. Yeah. So his progressive challenger is Francesca Hong. And she has just been slaughtering him. It's kind of like Abdul El Sayed with Haley Stevens. I mean, she's up on Mandela Barnes by 30 points or something. So he saw, well, let me take that back. Everybody assumed, he sees the writing on the wall. He realizes, he has no path to victory. So he's doing the right thing. He's dropping out. He's going to get behind her early, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, there are some allegations that just came out. That Mandela Barnes was using his position of power. And I haven't looked into it too deeply, but essentially what it is that he is using his position of power to, I wouldn't say manipulate young staffers or campaign people, but I guess, something's going on with young girls that are involved in his campaign. So that's the accusation. Those are the allegations. So very convenient timing that this news comes out, breaks. I can't remember if it was the Washington Post or New York Times put out an article, and he decides, I think I'm going to drop out because this is the right thing to do.
Let me drop out now before more comes out and it gets worse.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that. That's interesting. I thought it was the writing on the wall, like you said, like people have been saying. But
at first I thought so too.
Francesca Hong, fantastic candidate. She and I believe Abdullah Sayed, neither of them I don't think are DSA. And El Sayed keeps re-emphasizing that he is a capitalist. And I got no problem with that. I don't care. I do not care. It is a matter of strategy. I talked about this when I interviewed Danielle Welch, who ran here in New York against Tom Suozzi, who's one of those Democrats signing on the pledge to try to purge the DSA progressives, any kind of progressives from the Democratic Party. And she was saying the reason she didn't reach out to DSA was because in the Long Island district that she was running in, the word socialist is a word that would scare people away. So that is fine. I don't mind that people are like Abdul or Francesca are running and going like, yeah, I am a progressive. These are my policies. I am not part of DSA. I am not endorsed by DSA. She said in the debate that she's not endorsed by DSA National. She is definitely endorsed by some local chapters. But again, she is not part of DSA, and that's okay. That's okay. Because so long as it's the platform. It's not whatever you call yourself. I'm part of DSA now. I don't call myself a socialist. I call myself of the left because of the political spectrum. I am on the left. That's it. I have these policies that I agree with, and that's what I care about.
Yeah, for me, I don't like putting myself in a box. I don't like labeling things because then it just tells everybody that you agree with everything that group agrees with. And to me, I don't like that. That's part of the reason why I'm now an independent, is because there are things that I don't agree with the Democrats. I don't agree with hardly anything with the Republicans. I mean, I do believe in 2A rights. I mean, we have a lot of guns in our home. My husband is a gun enthusiast.
I think that goes across party lines. Like, there's a national, socialist rifle association. Guns are, look, do they absolutely need to be regulated in this country? Of course. I think people should be able to have as many guns as they want. And you can keep them at a gun range locker. Hang on, I got my mic. My New York hand motions are making me drop.
Yeah, you got to use your left hand to motion. You got to get used to it.
My left hand to hold the phone.
Oh shoot!
I think gun rights. I think too many issues have been partitioned on either the left or the right, and some of these issues aren't left or right issues, like free speech. How much has the right tried to claim that as their issue, that we care about free speech so much? No, you don't. You're censoring people. You're firing people for making jokes about Charlie fucking Kirk. You tried to get fucking Jimmy Kimmel fired. You did get Stephen Colbert fired.
Yeah.
Not only did you get Stephen Colbert fired, you canceled the entire show, the show that Letterman started. Like, there's no more censorious.
Oh well, did you hear? Did you hear about? Speaking of which, let me bring this up. So, a couple of things that came out lately. I don't know if you heard about the thing with the Melania impressionist.
No, I have not.
Okay, let me bring this up for everybody. So this was reported it was reported by a few different news outlets, but this one comes from the Daily Beast. Okay, so this woman does an impression of Melania on the Colbert Show, and she had to move because she was starting to get death threats, people showing up at her house.
Oh, wow.
So it says she paid a hefty price for bringing her comical take on the First Lady to the Late Show viewers after MAGA followers leaked her address online. So Laura Benanti, I think is how you pronounce it. Anyway, she does a great impression. She really does. I mean, you can see her here.
Oh my God, that's great. And that's John Marco Scorsese's
I don't see any.
podcast.
Oh, wait, maybe this one will play.
Things have changed
a
lot.
We will we'll mute it until the ad is over.
I recognize that podcast that she's on. That's John Marco Scorsese's podcast. Great comedian. He just did the Just for Laughs State of Comedy speech. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if I can make this bigger.
Hello. Last week, I held an extremely WTF press conference where I explained that I never spent any time with Jeffrey Epstein, except for all the time I spent with Jeffrey Epstein. I gave my speech for many reasons. Most importantly, talking about Jeffrey Epstein distracts people from the war that was started to distract people from talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
She's doing a great job.
Yesterday, that war got worse when the president decided to blockade the Strait of Hormuz. And look,
I better shut it down just in case. I don't want to get hit with violation.
That was good. So she got doxxed, and then the people started showing up to her house. That's crazy.
Yeah, so she actually had to move out of her home, move somewhere else because people got so butthurt over her Melania impression. Like, but tell me who the snowflakes are. Seriously?
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm surprised
we're the snowflakes on the left. They're so for free speech, but oh my God, you did an impression. It's not like she even said anything mean about Melania. She just did an impression of her.
Yeah. Yeah, they are soft. They're softer than Cottonelle. They're weak. They're fragile. I mean, I just watched on Wednesday the Apprentice movie, about Donald Trump, starring Sebastian Stan. Fantastic film. He did a great job. Phenomenal performance as him. It's about like his origin story and how Roy Cohn, a lawyer, kind of helped him become the criminal lunatic that he is now. And it was also shot with cameras that look like they were from the 70s, 80s. Very cool.
Oh, really?
But the reason I bring it up is it was very cool. I will say, like, it's dark. Obviously, it's about him. So, we have enough of him. I don't know why anyone wanted to watch that movie, but I was morbidly curious on Wednesday. Came out 2 years ago. But I had some Oscar buzz.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Remind me of Succession a little bit. Yeah, I know. Again, the time is a flat circle.
Yeah.
It feels like Vivek ran
Yeah.
many
It,
years
it
ago.
literally
It was
came out
only
when
3
Vivek
years
was
ago.
running. That's why I don't remember. That was all a blur. That was all a blur. Oh my God.
But yeah, he is so fragile. He is so, and it comes from, you know, his insecurity with his father and his brother and his whole family dynamic.
Yeah.
Wanting to be this like masculine man. They show him like getting liposuction and the hair transplant stuff so he can feel like he's a glutton. He's a glutton.
Okay.
He
I don't
eats.
know if I believe that he ever got liposuction. I don't know.
Well, the scene in the movie was pretty graphic. I mean, you know, creative liberties, but who knows? Maybe a little bit in the 80s, and then it came back. He just kept eating, and it got bigger.
Yeah, it does come back if you don't change your ways. I do want to show something else. This came up. I don't even know how I came across this, but take a look at this. So this guy is Kirk Bangstad, I think is how you pronounce his name. Anyway, this is his Substack page, and he owns Minocqua Brewing Company. What is this, in Michigan, I believe? That sounds like a Michigan name. So he is getting like his bar or his brewery is, or I guess Wisconsin is on the verge of being shut down. And they're making all these false accusations against him. And he thinks it's because of his anti-Trump stance. He thinks that that's why this is happening to him. So he said, basically, he put out this letter saying, you know, he has some words for Governor Evers. He said, bro, the goal of taking a vacation, especially if you've already spent the money on a safari in Africa, is to relax. Because he's going after him while he's supposedly on vacation, trying to shut him down. So here's what this is all about. He basically trolls the trolls. That's what he says. So I'll play one of his videos for you.
They said we had 80 complaints against us. Some of them complained that we put COVID vaccines in our beer, and which is funny because I think I might have responded to an online troll at some point who gave us a bad review. That the reason he didn't like the taste of our beer is because we had a sensor in the pint glass that sensed if you hadn't had your COVID vaccine yet, the sensor exploded and released the COVID vaccine in the beer and forced you to get one. which I take pride in some of the ways that I troll the trolls. Give us
That's great.
Yeah. So he's doubling down. He's like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Shut me down. Yeah. Try to shut me down. Like he is just not giving up.
That reminds me of a recent interview, I think yesterday, the day before, with Troy Jackson, who has taken Graham Plattner's place as the candidate in Maine. And they were like, oh, there's accusations that you ran several accounts on Twitter that were trolling right-wingers. And he's like, yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah. Yeah, I did. And what? And what? Like,
yeah,
let's not shy away from that. Yeah, so what? I made fun of fucking asshole fascists. What do you want?
I mean, the MAGA right is running people right now who have allegations against them of physically abusing their children. Max Miller right now is refusing to drop out, and court records show and accusations from his wife are that he threw scalding hot water on her and he broke his 2-year-old's collarbone.
Yeah.
And you're going to worry about a guy having a troll account on Twitter? Yeah. Like,
it's dark shit.
Like I said, we're not playing the same game here. We're not playing by the same rules. Democrats need to wake the fuck up. Like, what are we doing?
And Republicans often do this, like harkening back to the first segment where we talked about Gutfeld bringing up like, the pedophile accusations and this and that, or Oliver Larkin rather, bringing up
Mm-hmm.
when asked about raping kids. He's like, "What about the fucking motherfucker in the White House? What are we talking about here?" Because Republicans for decades have used Democrats' empathy against them and going, "Oh, you know, they'll constantly." What they're doing right now with Haley Stevens. Oh, black folks don't like Abdul. They like Haley Stevens. Don't you care about black folks? It's like, you don't care. You don't care. You're just using this because you know we care. You know black folks care. You know we care about abuse. And they go, oh, well, Graham Plattner's an abuser. And like, yeah, guess what happened? He was immediately fucking shut down. Get the fuck out of the race. Pressured to leave. He did. They replaced him. And now the best they got against Troy Jackson is he was a fucking troll. Like, okay, who isn't?
Yeah.
With 10, 20 years of Twitter existing or the internet in general. It's crazy. It's crazy. You gotta stop. You gotta stop with this. Like, and I think it's happening. You know, Graham Plattner was an exception of like, oh, you went a little too far with like disregarding warning signs and red flags. But some of the red flags for that, especially if brought by Republicans, like, well, don't you not like when he said this about, or said this on Twitter? Like, this is uncouth. This is. What are we talking about couthness for? You got Donald Trump shitting himself at Lindsey Graham's funeral. Like, we're done. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, when you have an accused pedo in the White House who was literally found liable for, lost Alex again. But anyway, I'll finish my thought until he comes back. Oh, there he is. Accused or found liable, found proven to have sexually assaulted a woman, which the judge said is rape. And we're talking about mean tweets on the left, like whether or not you trolled people. I mean, Jesus Christ,
absolutely insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
Yeah. They seriously, they don't. Some of these Democrats still don't get it. But anyway, I also wanted to show you this. So I don't know if you heard about this, but there is this whole big thing going on about the 9/11 anniversary coming up, and this petition was apparently started to keep Mamdani, to prevent Zoran Mamdani from attending the event. So check this out. So New York Post posts this, saying thousands of 9/11 families demand Mamdani be banned from 25th anniversary ceremony. And I'm pretty sure, I think this was picked up by Barry Weiss over at CBS, saying, thousands of 9/11 families, they don't want him there. He should stay away and listen to these people. Well, what do you know? It turns out it was bullshit. So different news outlets went to the person who started the petition and said, can you tell us who these people are? Can you give us an exact number? Well, it turns out, no, actually, there aren't thousands of 9/11 family victims or victim families who signed this petition. The guy was estimating. He was just estimating based on when they came in, where they came from, blah, blah, blah. So total bullshit. They smeared Mamdani with this. Fox News, Tommy Lauren said, I can fully understand why the families wouldn't want him there. This became like a huge thing that everybody was pushing. So it turns out, no, actually, we don't even know for sure if any of the families of the victims signed it, how many there actually were. So I'm pretty sure it was, let me see if I have it. I think it was CBS that had to do a retraction, or they had to give like an update and say, yeah, we may have like kind of ran a red light on that. Let me see. I think I have another article.
Absolutely not surprised that Barry Weiss.
Yeah.
There we go.
So as you see here, Barry Weiss, CBS News, retracts brazen lie after false smear of progressive Dem report. So yeah, Barry Weiss, New York, was forced to remove a line from its coverage of New York City, Zohran Mamdani, after journalist Judd Legum identified what he called a brazen lie about the progressive Democrat mayor. And then they talk about the petition, that the petition, as of Tuesday of this week, it had more than 24,000 signatures to ban him from the event. And it says that they ran a report on Sunday talking about the petition. Let's see. And then they writing in a report published Tuesday on Popular Information, his independent news publication, Legum, noted that the New York Post report directly contradicted its own headline by claiming at least 300 victims' families had signed the petition, despite the headline claiming it to be thousands. So Legum went out, contacted the journalist or the person who wrote it. And it says, rather the 300 figure that organizers shared with the New York Post was an estimate based on how they believe the petition spread before it received much publicity. So they must have sent it to families of victims. And that's how they, came to that figure. So the guy who wrote this whole thing said, we all know each other, so think about it. If you know 10 people and they give it to 10 more people, they know that lost. What?
That's not how you report facts.
That's how we got the 300 number. I don't go through the list and look at the names. So this was all fictitious. Get spread on Fox, get spread on CBS, because of course Barry Weiss is now, their attack dog, and she is now a right winger, as much as she still tries to claim that she's on the left. And yeah, Jay McGads is Barry Weiss highlights the feral hog problem.
I'm neutral. I was in the center.
Yeah,
I'm more surprised that she even retracted
I'm
the story.
I'm a centrist leftist. Sure, yeah. Okay.
I'm more shocked that they even retracted the story. Like, why?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, it's such a blatant lie,
I know.
Such a blatant,
Donald
provable lie.
House, he's got the Department of Justice. Who's going to sue? Mamdani?
Well, yeah. I mean, Mamdani could.
I guess
he could. I mean, as a public figure, you have to prove that there was actual malice. So you have to prove that they knew better. They knew that wasn't true, and they said it anyway. This was a provable lie. I mean, it was, if that's even a thing, a term that you can use. But I mean, you could easily prove that this number was just somebody pulled it out of their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had to. They were caught dead to rights.
As a New Yorker, I was there on 9/11. I was here. And I was in middle school. It was second day of middle school. And they were like, oh, yeah, by the way, you're going home and no more school for the next 2 weeks. The whole neighborhood was covered with ash. It was freaky. And I remember a couple years later, there was talk of building a mosque near 9/11. Do you remember this? The Ground Zero Mosque controversy?
Oh, yeah. That was a huge thing.
It was a community center that had like a mosque in it. And even as a kid, I'm like, it's not all of them. It's this one group of assholes, Osama bin Laden and his group of assholes. Yeah. Why are we, who cares about this? But of course, the racist bigots in this country and over, at Fox and in the right-wing media, we're like, oh my God, as if they give a shit about New York. That's the biggest thing that I fucking hate of the 9/11. Like, again, like they try to take these topics for themselves. Freedom of speech, gun rights, and 9/11 happened to us specifically. Happened to right-wingers specifically. People in fucking Ohio and Nebraska are like, oh my God, we're next. No, you ain't. No, you ain't next. You do not have Wall Street in your fucking state, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean,
It's
maybe
offensive.
California. I mean, some, major
Hollywood
hubs
would be
or
the next thing after
Yeah.
Wall Street, probably as like an example of American decadence, if you want to go that way. But like, it was never going to come to fucking Michigan or Wisconsin or whatever. Like the 20 plus
maybe
years
even
of-
Florida. Some touristy place. Disney
a big city
World
that
or
people in other countries have heard of: Miami, New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like that's it. It's the 25 years now of Islamophobic propaganda that they have just used this one incident. 3,000 people died. 2 amazing buildings were crushed. Thousands more were injured, and over time, the first responders are getting sick because of the hazardous conditions, and Congress and the Senate keep denying their fucking health care over and over, as we've seen Jon Stewart of The Daily Show be one of the biggest advocates and voices for that. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about human lives. So I don't want to hear no more right-wingers all pretending they care about 9/11 or caring about New York at all. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. And I'm sick of pretending like they do. For real, dude. As a New Yorker, really pisses me off. I fucking hate it. You can tell by how much I'm letting loose with the curse words now. It just, I hate, and they use it for war. I mean, what did Netanyahu do? October 7th. We got to have our own. We want our own 9/11. We're going to have our own date of a tragedy that we then use to justify an outsized fucking response for mostly financial reasons. They're not killing Gazans just because they hate Palestinians. They do, but they're doing it so they can sell the property and make money. We didn't go to war in Iraq and Afghanistan because we just hated Muslims so much. We did. We're Islamophobic, but we went over there to get fucking money for oil. We get oil.
to take the oil itself. Yeah.
Yeah. To take the oil
just like we did in Venezuela. We didn't do it because we care about anything, that Maduro did, or.
And that's the new version. We're not even going to send Colin Powell to the UN with like uranium in a little vial or whatever the fuck he did to torpedo his career. We're just going to kidnap the president of Venezuela and be like, we're installing a puppet. Maybe Marco Rubio is going to go run it. Who knows? Like, we're just doing old style imperialism now.
Yeah. Well,
And
did you see my video the other day of I shared a video taken on Air Force One of a reporter asking Trump what happened to all of this money. It's, something like $16 billion or something that we've supposedly made from the oil from Venezuela. And he just will not answer the question. She kept asking him and but what happened to the money? And he just keeps changing the subject and deflecting.
You're
and,
a nasty woman.
No, actually, he never got shitty with her.
Oh, really?
But she did keep on him. She kept saying, "Yeah, but where is the money?" And he's like, "Oh, well, it's going to help the country." She's like, "Okay, but what is it being used for? Where is it?" Well, it has to be approved by Congress, but, Congress doesn't like to use money for things like that. They like to use it for other things that we shouldn't use it on, and just kept deflecting and changing the subject. And, well, it's so much money. We're going to do the same thing in Iran. You'll see. And she's like, okay, but what happened to the money?
Yeah.
Because remember, it was reported that it was all going into a bank account in Qatar that only he has access to.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
This is
imagine if anyone on the left did that. Oh my God. You would turn on Fox News and everybody's head would just simultaneously explode at once, which would be a nice thing.
That would be good TV.
Yeah. Let's
like
do
scanners.
that.
They were freaking out about Obama's suit. They were freaking out about
He
Obama
wore a tan
inviting
suit. He used
rappers to the
mustard on
White
his
House.
hamburger. I mean,
I like mustard on my
this is
hamburger.
where we are. This is where we are. Donald Trump gets gets hold of $16 billion from Venezuelan oil, and it just poof vanishes into an account that only he has access to. And everybody in the MAGA right is like, yeah, but he doesn't take a salary. He's so great. He's so wonderful and giving. He doesn't take a salary.
Yeah. This is Tony Soprano
Jesus
running the government.
Christ.
This is Tony Soprano running the government. And when you ask anybody on that side about it, they laugh. Like Jesse Waters, Gutfeld, whatever, they laugh. They give you a half-hearted lie because they don't really care.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's the money's helping Americans. The end.
Yeah.
What about it? Where is it?
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's helping Americans. Shut up.
As long as he's shooting and getting rid of black and brown people, they don't care. They don't care how much money he's grifting. That's what it comes down to.
Love it.
And if they do care, and if they, if any of them are watching and going, that's not true, well, then fucking stand up and say something about it. Because if it was happening on the left, you would fucking say it. If it was happening on, you're crying and bitching and moaning that fucking Hunter Biden is painting paintings and selling them and making money off of it. But then Donald Trump just absconds with $16 billion freaking dollars from Venezuelan oil, and it's radio silence.
It was like on the debate stage, the primary in 2016, when he said, when everyone was like, oh, you don't pay your taxes, you know, and he's like, yeah, because I'm smart. I'm smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they'll
they go, oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
you're getting.
Oh, he's right. He's so smart. He's so good.
This
Jesus Christ.
This is the mentality on the side, but I would also say culturally, because that's what I do on my channel, Devil's Advocate Productions, over on YouTube and Twitch. I talk about movies, TV, video games, music. The culture of the last 20, 30 years has been of the anti-hero, has been of the begrudged. I was just talking about this yesterday on this space with some folks. You remember that Michael Douglas movie Falling Down or Fight Club?
Oh, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, or like Office Space. This aggrieved straight white man energy that was like, we're in the 90s. It's the Clinton era of post-history. Everything in the world is supposed to be calm and good, and all you have to do is just worry about making money and worry about the rat race, and people still felt like they weren't fulfilled. And those movies are an expression of that, but you couldn't really put your finger on it. Now we can. It's called neoliberalism. Yeah. That's what it was. It was, you're not fulfilled because you're still in a rat race. You're still fucking a cog in a machine and not really living your life other than to make money for your boss. And that's where the caricatures of the gangsters come from, of like, I found a way outside the system to make money and get rich and be luxurious on my own. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, and now I get to rock and roll. And this is the image they have of Donald Trump. That's why people love the Apprentice TV show, because they loved watching D-list, this is what Dieter said yesterday, D-list celebrities prostrate themselves in almost a religious fashion to the wise God that is the rich guy. He's the guy. He's the decider. He's the judge. He's the vessel of capitalism. Of capitalism, of success, who gets to decide. You get to follow me and be successful, or you're fired and you disobeyed or disappointed me in some way, and I'm casting you out of heaven, which is my boardroom. Like, that's this is how Donald Trump was made. And it's I think now, media wise, Superman came out last year. Shout out to A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the best Game of Thrones media that I've seen. This and I've heard, and the Odyssey, even the sense of earnesty, sense of virtue, sense of doing right because it's the right thing to do, is coming back in fashion and coming back in vogue. And I think that is a direct response to the last decade plus of Donald Trump running his fucking mouth. and being the president and robbing us blind. And even Republicans who, might have laughed at Gutfeld or Jesse Waters, making those, oh yeah, he's don't worry about where the money is. It's in Qatar. It's safe. Don't worry about it. They're going, yeah, but that's funny and all, but I can't afford gas. I can't afford eggs. Maybe I'm going to blame it on Israel.
That's what bothers me is that if he was doing this shit with, stealing the Venezuelan oil and keeping the money for himself in Qatar, ripping people off with his pump and dump schemes, with all of his crap coins and all this other stuff, they would be fine with all of that if their material needs were being met.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off, is that they don't even care until it affects them personally.
Oh yeah. That's
they don't even care if it affects another MAGA, if it affects other MAGA people who invested in his crap coins and all these other things that are worthless. They don't care until it hits them in their wallet. And that's what
and
really
even then,
pisses
it
me
might
off.
be like, oh, well, I just wasn't a savvy enough investor. I just got to be better next time, and blah blah blah. This idea of individualism also is kind of on the wane, and more of a collectivist. We're realizing we're all in this together, and the Elons are not coming to save you.
Yeah.
That was another thing that happened this week. That interview where he's crashing out, Elon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize I kind of went overboard with Doge. Oh, did you really? You think?
Oh, yeah.
You think so, Mr. Chainsaw? Jesus Christ. And
Yeah.
where's all that?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, none of them ask like, oh, where did all of that savings go? Our national debt's still going up. Where's all these prosecutions that they promised from all of this fraud that they found? Oh, we found fraud here. We found fraud there. Really? Why hasn't anybody been prosecuted for it? Why have they not announced a single solitary case? You know why?
If I'm MAGA.
It's bullshit. It's total and complete bullshit. And MAGA fell for it. They fucking believed it. Hook, line, and sinker, he got them.
If I'm MAGA, I'm like, why isn't Hillary in jail? It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
why
where's the border wall?
The other day there was this big thing about Donald Trump is gonna he's gonna undo Fauci's pardon, right? He's gonna undo the pardon that Biden gave to Dr. Fauci. And I'm like, no, he isn't. He can't. Because if he does that, it sets a precedent. And the next Democratic president who comes in 2028, they are going to undo all of Donald Trump's pardons. That means guess who gets taken to prison? All of the January 6 people, all of Donald Trump's family, all of the people in his administration who are committing crimes on his behalf right now, who he said, do whatever you got to do, and I will give you a pardon. Don't worry about it. So what do you know, within I'd say it was an hour or two of me seeing the article about him supposedly getting rid of Fauci's pardon and me thinking that, I see another article pop up and I see a video on Twitter of Donald Trump saying, well, yeah, I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take away his pardon. It's like, yeah.
First of all, the Republicans are working overtime in this whole. First of all, the whole Fauci hearings is just to distract from Iran, affordability, Epstein, all things they don't want to talk about, and they want to remind, and they think they can energize the populace and get angry again from 6 years ago of the lockdowns. That was DeSantis, his whole campaign in 2023 and 4 was, remember the lockdowns? Remember how I didn't lock down Florida? Remember that? And everyone was like, we don't give a fuck. We're past it. Who gives a shit? And like the Fauci, so that's the Fauci. And then here's my hot take. Next Democratic president, reverse the pardons anyway. Fuck that. All those January 6ers should be in fucking prison. Most of them are fucking recriminating themselves anyway. And are assaulting
That's
people.
my thing is they're going to end up back in prison anyway. I mean, most of them, not most, but a high percentage of them have already been incarcerated again, charged with crimes. So yeah, I mean, murder, crimes against children, spousal abuse. I mean, you name it, theft, breaking and entering, violence, random violence. So yeah, it was
something like
Donald Trump's best showed up that day, and so
you pass a law that says like if you are MAGA, you cannot run for office, or if you are on January 6th, you cannot run for office, like something like that, like because they are running for office. You got like this guy Max Miller we were talking about. I don't think he was January 6th, but like he's MAGA. And it's enough. Like this is the American Nazi movement, and no American Nazi should be able to run for office.
I just think anybody who has any kind of spousal abuse against them, it used to be you didn't want candidates who had any baggage like that because it sets them up to be a perfect target for bribes.
Right.
Or manipulation by a foreign country. And nobody even thinks about that anymore. It used to be like, oh, if you cheated on your spouse, if you were a spousal abuser, child abuser, if you committed crimes, you did anything like that, we don't want you because you are a perfect target. You can be manipulated. You can be, used by a foreign government to do things that aren't in the best interest of America. And now it's just like free for all ever since Donald Trump. I mean, at least before, we had candidates like Bill Clinton who did things that were horrible, and Nixon and other people, but people bristled at the idea. People at least had an issue with it and voiced their opinions. Now it's just like, whatever.
Whatever. That's Tuesday.
We just don't care,
Matter of fact, that's the morning of Tuesday. There's going to be a different story by the evening of Tuesday. It's crazy. I'm reminded of this movie, another movie, 2018's The Front Runner, which is a movie starring Hugh Jackman as Gary Hart. Now, I do not remember this election because I'm not old enough, but Gary Hart apparently was like the first big political scandal, like sex scandal, because he was having an affair. It wasn't abuse. It wasn't like she's underage or anything Bill Clinton did. It was just he's having an affair. His marriage is on the
picture
rocks.
came out of him with her on his lap on a boat somewhere. I'm on a boat. Had to get that in.
Shout out Lonely Island crew.
But yeah, that was it. It came, picture came out. He was sitting on a boat. She was sitting on his lap. He was a married guy, and it just completely destroyed his candidacy.
Yeah, because that was the beginning of the tabloidification of mainstream news. The beginning of like 24-hour news. So now we can just talk about this. We have to have something to talk about. And what do people want to see? They want to see more information about this scandal that everyone's talking about. It's sensational. Yeah. It's scandalous. It's literally scandalous. Like that's where it comes from. And then just, this was made in 2018. So it's definitely trying to harken back to like, well, isn't it amazing how far we've come that was a scandal back then? And
how far we've dropped, exactly. Not how far we've come, how far we've fallen, really. There are some things, though. There are some good signs. So I don't know if you saw my video the other day, but or actually I think it was just yesterday. Alex Jones had a full-on meltdown about getting Trump out of office. He said, we got to stop him. He's calling for the 25th Amendment or impeachment, whatever it takes to get him out. And then you sent me this. I want to show everybody. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Got to back this up.
What do you
back,
think behind
back
Alex?
it up.
Backing on up, folks.
Back it up. Okay,
What do you think
so
behind Alex Jones's motivation?
I was talking about that, and I was saying I don't know if this is with Alex Jones coming from a legitimate place. Like, I know he's freaked out about the war, but in his rant he was talking about things that I have not heard from any source anywhere about Donald Trump, enacting a draft, calling up all young people throughout the United States to fight in the war against Iran. According to him, this is already in the works. It's going to happen any minute. He said also that, they're actively planning a ground invasion, that we are sending in troops on the ground in Iran, that's already a done deal. It's going to happen any minute. So I don't know where he's getting this information. He could be totally full of shit. But then again, like I said yesterday, he does have an in with the MAGA crowd and with the Trump administration. He has more than one in. So he could be right. But I also question whether or not this is just his attempt to try to win over some of the America Firsters who are done with Donald Trump, because there is that big split in the Trump base.
Yeah, maybe
there's
he's
the
trying
MAGA
to
base that's sticking with him, the Kool-Aid cult, and then you've got the America Firsters who were like, no, we meant it when we said no new wars. We meant it when we said we need help and we want you to lower prices and help us buy homes and, stop sending our tax dollars over to start these foreign forever wars. So I don't know if he's just trying to get
up to like Tucker Carlson or something.
Yeah, he kind of has. And he said in the video rant too, that he thinks that Tucker Carlson is right, that these people who voted for the NDAA or whatever it is, the national defense thing, the whole thing with, kind of merging our military with Israel's military. He said he agrees with Tucker Carlson that they need to be prosecuted.
So that makes sense. That's where the attention is, because Tucker got a lot of attention for I'm leaving the Republican Party. I regret voting for Trump and the current. So that's what he's doing too. He's following the money. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and Megyn Kelly as well. Her show is doing very well because she's taking that position against Trump and telling him he needs to shut the war down and blah blah blah. So I think he sees the writing on the wall. Like, he sees Candace doing really well. He sees Tim Dillon, Andrew Schulz, like the vibe has very markedly, significantly moved away from Trump. Like, it's no longer, you're the cool kid if you're totally on board with all of this.
But so I hold on to the, damn it, my instinct to use hand motions. They're trying to hold on to
as an Italian, I feel you.
I know. This is killing me. But this is we're trying to purge Trump from his own movement and keep the movement. That's what they're trying to do. And we'll see if it works out for him.
Yeah, but I wanted to play the video that you shared with me. So everybody watching, this is was he MMA or
UFC fighter,
Okay, yeah. So he's a UFC fighter named Sean Strickland. And he was on the Sean Ryan show. Now, both of these guys you're going to hear voted for Donald Trump just a year and a half ago in 2024. And they are both completely off the Trump train at this point. So take a listen to this.
And like, have you been to a Trump rally? No. Oh, he's fucking nuts. No. So like, when you're at a Trump rally, you're like, oh, I can definitely see how Hitler. Like, I'm not fucking joking to you, dude. When you go to a Trump rally, it makes you question the sanity of everybody. Like, Trump's up there talking about, like, we're going to throw people in jail for burning the flag. And I'm like, dude, I don't like, Again, you shouldn't do it, but it's like, there was a fucking constitution. I'm looking at Vivek, and Vivek is just like fucking like rubbing his head. He gets out and leaves the Trump rally. And I'm like, fucking everybody else is just fucking full saying, yeah, fucking throw him in jail. Like if Trump said go grab a gun and go do anything, they would fucking do it. They would fucking do it.
I know it's a goal. It's that's another good. That's one of the things about Christianity. You're not supposed to put. You don't put your faith in man.
That's also right. That's also
fucking time.
And like when I'm sure you've been to a
Yeah.
He brings up idolatry.
I've heard Sean Ryan go off on him many, many times now. And I did know I've seen posts from Sean Strickland about it. So I did already know that both of them were off the Trump train. But
more
this
and
is
more.
just, it's happening more and more. And I'm glad that people with more high profiles are speaking out, because it gives permission to others to go, yeah, I'm not totally cool with this, but you still have such a faction. Like people let their ego dictate what they say and what they do so often. And even if they, in private would admit that, yeah, this isn't what I signed up for, I'm not happy with him, they're not going to come to, my comment section and admit it. Now I do sometimes on my show, I will say I get comments from people saying I did vote for him, I regret it. Or I voted for him 3 times and, totally done with it. But it's very rare. Like people, and that's another thing that the Bible talks about, So, I mean, I'm not a religious person, but if someone out there, if MAGA claims to be totally religious and these good Christians, talks in the Bible about, having too much pride and how it's a sin. And you should be able to,
the number one sin.
Yeah, you should be able to say, look, I made a mistake and I regret it. This is not what I was hoping for. And different people have different reasons for it. Some people are pissed off because he's not being cruel enough with the immigration. Right. But there are quite a few people, like I played a video yesterday of a bunch of different Hispanic men down in Texas. And one of them said, like, seeing what they're doing down here in Texas, how cruel they're being and picking up people who even have the right paperwork, did everything the right way, or, people who have been here for decades and are hurting no one and they're just working hard. And, he literally said, I could never in good conscience vote for a Republican again. And this is a guy who voted for Trump 3 times.
Yeah, that was the More Perfect Union video, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We watched that yesterday on the space. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought of you. I was like, yeah, this is a triple Trumper who voted for 3 times. And it's like, this is, again, once it starts happening in their face or to them, then they have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And okay, fine. But like, come vote for a fucking Democrat, you stupids.
Yeah, I mean, that guy is. I mean, all of them in that video were planning to vote for Tallarico over Paxton, because they're like, yeah, this is, you're now hurting our families. We're a tight-knit community and you're coming after our people. And that is not what you said you were going to do. And this is just, and they said it's chaos and we're done with the chaos. And that's what I think a lot of MAGA on Twitter doesn't understand. They don't, they think everybody is as cruel as they are. They think everybody is totally cool with Americans being shot in the head in the middle of the streets in America. And, oh, well, do it the right way. You shouldn't come here. They think everybody thinks that way. And it's like, no, a lot of people voted, and people on the left too, I will say, think that paint everyone with that broad brush who voted for Trump. And it's just not true. There are a lot of people who voted for him in 2024 because they wanted to get criminals out. They wanted to get violent people out of the country. And guess what? Everybody on the left is cool with that too. I don't want violent criminals here. I don't want criminals here in general. It's just we have a different definition of criminal. I don't think it's criminal, as that one candidate said, to come across the border seeking a better life.
Right.
That is as he said, it's a
infraction.
civil
That was Oliver
violation.
Larkin. Yeah, and now they're Stephen Miller. And the whole plan is to make anything that criticizes them is criminal. If you protest a data center, that's criminal. If you make a joke about Stephen Miller or Charlie Kirk or Donald Trump, that's a criminal offense. You burn the flag, you protest, period. That's criminal.
Yeah.
They are going for the fascism speed run, and I don't think it's working out for them. I don't think it's going to work out for them. I think they're going to fail.
No, they're overplaying their hand and they're misreading the moment. They think that and I think a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of MAGA people on Twitter, falsely bought Donald Trump's bullshit saying that he won in an overwhelming landslide. No, you didn't. He didn't even win a majority. He won a plurality, and he only won by 1.5%. So that's not a landslide. And so they're misreading this. They're misunderstanding that, not everyone is as cruel as they are. Everyone wanted the border closed. I think right, left, and center, the majority of Americans agree on that. Everybody wants not a totally closed border, but everybody wants a secure border where we know who's coming into the country. Right. We don't want cartel leaders coming in. We don't want drug dealers coming in. We don't want, actual criminals coming in. But we don't want your average Hispanic person who came here 20 years ago seeking a better life or running away from crime to be slammed to the ground and handcuffed and, given no due process and then thrown out of the country for no reason. So, but
they overplayed their hand. They committed one of the cardinal sins. They got high on their own supply. They bought into their own hype. And no, not everyone is on board. In fact, most people are not. Most people voted for you for financial reasons, and you're shitting all over them. So
and you're doing the opposite. You're making it worse.
And I got 4% here on my battery on my phone. So
okay,
I think that's the perfect time. We made it. 2 hours. We did it.
We did it. We did it.
Thanks,
like
folks,
Dora the
so
Explorer. We did it. We did it.
I like Dora. That was great. Folks, thank you so much for watching. This is On Flow Friday. It will be every Friday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what it is Central. I don't know what's going on in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I think it changes depending on your state.
So
and then we'll see if we get rid of daylight, or if we keep daylight savings time around the clock, around here. That would be nice.
Go follow Raw News and Politics over on Twitch. Go follow Devil's Advocate Productions over on Twitch. And I am 6 subscribers away.
And all of
from
us
1,000.
and both of us on YouTube as well.
On YouTube. I'm almost to 1,000. 6 subscribers away.
Oh, come on, guys. We have to have 6 people watching who can hit that subscribe button for Alex over on YouTube. Come on.
And then after that, we're going to hit
him a great
1.5.
weekend present.
Please. Before I go
down
on
to
vacation,
5,
but I'll still be reporting in from vacation.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We love you all, even if you hate us, even if you're someone hate watching.
Yeah,
we still want you to have health care.
And comment and engage with the stream. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking to see if we have any comments that we need to answer. Yeah, sorry, JP Edge. Sorry you're late, but you can watch the replay.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you all so much again. We will be back again live next Friday. Of course, I am on my channel pretty much every day, every week, and sometimes on the weekend. Alex, you're on a few days a week?
I'm on this space on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays now, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 5 p.m. Eastern, respectively. And check out my channel. I got movie trailers, reactions, album reactions. I'll have a Spider-Man review up tomorrow because I'm going to see it right now. I just finished my shift here at work.
Oh, wow.
I'm super excited. Yet again, another Brit who has taken an American's job, Tom Holland. So let's get Alan Richardson for James Bond and get one of ours over there.
Yeah.
For one of your iconic
Yeah, you
characters.
heard it here first, guys. Alan Richardson, the new 007.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Bye-bye, folks.
All right.